Hello guys and welcome to a new episode of my Road to 1500. I'm playing 10 plus 5 game and we got black pieces. Waiting the opponent to play. He played e4 and I will play d6. After this move I will develop the knight, and from here pushing the g-pawn, developing the dark bishop. I don't know what this opening that my opponent is playing, but I think I can develop the light bishop there. He has to move. Maybe he go there to protect the bishop, and he take back. For some reason I think it's maybe not the correct move. The most move that makes sense now for me is just to castle and then go bishop to g4, and he want to push this pawn. Let's develop the light bishop and take this one. After he go there, I will take this bishop, and then from here, before castling, I think I can move the knight there to attack the queen and then castle. The knight will be in a weird square, but at least I'm preventing this pawn from move forward. Let's do that. I'm attacking the queen. He has to move, and from here we castle. Then he pushed this pawn, and let's go there. I think he wants to push. He pushed that one. Let's attack the center. He push. Go there. Okay, I think I have this move. If I push the pawn and he push like this, first let's push this one to prevent this pawn from moving forward, and then I can push this one. I'm also protecting the center pawn. It's a weird game. This is the first time I see this kind of opening. I don't know what this move does, but I just want to attack this pawn. He cannot move the knight anywhere, but this move makes some weakness. But if he take, I can just take like this. If he push, I will move back. So he took. If I take with the... Okay. If I take with the bishop, he will maybe move this pawn to prevent me from going back. If I take with the knight, there will be an idea to take this pawn and to have this. I think the move is to take by knight. So he took like this. If I do the discovery attack right now, he might take like this with check. So first, let's take this pawn. Maybe putting the knight here would be the move. If I take this pawn, he will just take by taking like this. I think this is the move. I have to make some space for my queen. I was thinking to take with the rook, but I think taking with the knight is the move. Yes, because here I'm threatening to take the rook and also this pawn, and I will attack this bishop. If I go here, he can take like this now and ignore this, or give this check. I think I will block with the rook. If I take this pawn, he will take like this, and I have this check, but he can't cover with the rook, or I can just move the knight. If he take the knight, I take with the pawn, and taking the pawn with the queen, it will be a blunder because I have this, and I burned a lot of time. That's not good. The position is very strange. I still have this knight and the rook is doing nothing, and he blundered the knight. Is that something that he did in purpose or what? If I take the knight, I'm not sure if he yeah, I can go back like this. Yeah, but he took the pawn, so I cannot do it anymore, but I can do it actually, because if I go back like this and he took with the queen, have this, how he can prevent that? He cannot. So I will go. This knight cannot be taken. So now I am up with material. I will just take this knight. I think he realized that he cannot take the knight. So he took with the king. Now I have a very nice attack. I will take this bishop with check, like this, and he will take with the rook. And I can give this check with my queen and take his rook. Is there any way to prevent that? I don't think so. Let's take with check. So he took. Let's give him this check. That was a nice move. Yeah, I didn't calculate this one. Do I trade the queen or no, or what? I can give him the check with the rock. Yeah, let's do that. He has to move the king. And once he goes there, I can go like this. No, but he can take... I have to take the queen. Now I take this pawn. I need to develop the knight. Okay, let's push this pawn. I have to play fast. Now develop the knight. Okay, let's okay, let's put the rock here. Because if he gives the check, I can protect the rock with my king and the knight. So he give the check, let's move. If he give another check, I will move like this. I'm protecting. Okay, let's take this pawn. Let's take the rock. We take this one. Let's move here. That was a mouse misclick. That's fine. I will keep moving the king. Back if he come like this. Okay, now I'll move the king there. Here. Okay, now let's push this pawn. Keep pushing. Let's push. He cannot move the rock because I can take this pawn. So maybe he will just push this one, but I will keep moving. If he push this pawn, I push my pawn. Okay, let's take this one. And after he moved there, I will just protect with my rock. He moved the king. Let's push this pawn. Let's give him this check. I will just sack my rock if he queen. And let's do that. Now I will move my king. Let's attack the rock. His king is far away. That's the good thing. Wow. What is that? I will just take the rock. And I can just queen this one. And this is checkmate. And let's go here. It's over. And that was a very nice end game. I didn't expect that, to be honest, because at the beginning, my opponent played a very weird opening. I didn't see it before. Let's have a look at the game review. All right, we did a good game, in fact, and we blundered. I have one blunder. The accuracy is 74.6 for me. 66.8 for my opponent. And let's see. Okay, the rating of the game is 1300 for me. And let's see where we blunder. Let's start the review. So here is just normal thing. And yes, he did the very early move queen. I was surprised by that. I developed my knight and I did this, did that. So yeah, developing the light bishop was not really like, it was a good move, but it was not the best. The engine suggesting to push the h pawn. Okay, to prevent this maybe. And after that, he moved the queen, we took. That was the best move, and he took back. We moved there. Yeah. At some point, I thought about this just to prevent this pawn from moving forward. But yeah, I was like, I'm about to castle my king. Why pushing the pawn that near the king? It's especially in rapid game. I'm not sure if it's a good idea, but it seems yes. It's the move. But instead I attacked the queen. He moved away. I did the castle. So the engine is suggesting keep developing, which in fact I should have taken it into my consideration, because after the castle, if you saw the whole game, I couldn't develop the knight. It was a very strange game. He pushed the pawn and it was the best move. I did this, he did that. Okay, this one is a mistake. So instead of attacking the center like this, just develop, move the queen and attack this pawn. Okay, we'll try to remember that next time. And here he did that, and from here yeah, it's like the game, it's full of mistakes, but I was also expecting that because, yeah, it was weird from the beginning. So pushing this pawn was not really a good move. And we took back, he took like this, we took like that. Yeah, every time is the engine suggesting to develop my knight. Again, it was not the good move. And then he moved the queen. I took this pawn, and that was, yeah, a best move. I was thinking to take with the rock at the beginning, but then taking with the knight is the move. He did this check. Yeah, I didn't see this move at all. He took the pawn with check, with the engine suggesting to move the rock instead of taking this pawn. I moved my rock, and this is a blunder. Okay. So the engine is suggesting immediately to just put the queen here and to force training the queens. And after we trade, then in fact maybe I move the knight. Okay. So this is the blunder. Yeah, he should took the bishop because indeed the rock is pinned. My take with the king, like, what if he just, yeah, what if he did this? I take with the king. Ah, okay, he do that. It's a tough move to find. So I have to sack the rock and he take with the pawn, and yeah, he will have a strong attack indeed. So he didn't take my bishop, so I took the knight, yeah, and then he goes there. The engine keeps suggesting to take my bishop, which makes sense. So he moved the knight, I took back, and he took with the king, because taking with the rock will be a blunder, and leaving this bishop. I took like this with check, he took back with the rock. I thought I'm winning the rock here, but indeed he covered with the queen. I did this check. The engine is suggesting immediately to take the queen. I realized the mistake actually when he moved the king. Like, the rock is doing almost nothing there. So I took like this, he took, and I took this pawn, and yeah, moving the knight was the best move. I moved there. I thought I'm doing well when I moved this rock here, because the rock here is protected by the knight, and I didn't want to lose my rock if it stay there. Like, the engine is suggesting to take this pawn, but what if he just do okay, so okay, the engine is suggesting actually to move immediately the king to protect this pawn, but what if he give this check, then I move there. Okay, all right, so I did this and I moved here. He did the best move. He found the only move in the board. I took like this. That was actually a nice move by the opponent. Yeah, moving there was not actually the right way to do it. The engine is suggesting immediately to push the pawns. So we did this. We moved here. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, it keeps suggesting to push this pawn. Promote this pawn, it would be much easier than the other pawns. I think that may be wrong, but this is how I now. After I did this, it's not the right move. It's suggesting to move the b pawn, and from here we we did this. You moved the rock. We took this pawn. He did this. We protected by moving the rock. He moved the king, and here I was like a bit, I was a bit afraid, because I realized I will lose my rock because he will just promote the queen, promote the pawn to a queen. And yeah, actually that check was just a waste of time, just to make me think more about what I have to do next. So I did this, he did that, I took the queen, and then he blundered the rock, and that was the full game. Thanks for watching the game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you next time. Take care.